It was late, later than I cared to admit, the kind of hour when silence does not comfort you. It watches you. I was alone in my apartment. The lights were off. Only the distant glow of the city entered through the window. Buildings blinked slowly in the dark as if the night itself were breathing. A screen lay open on the table in front of me, unread, forgotten. My thoughts had returned to her. They always did, and the harder I tried to push them away, the heavier they became, until memory itself felt like a weight pressing down on my chest. Then I heard it, a sound, a single knock at the door, not loud, not urgent, just one brief tap, as if someone had already changed their mind. I stood up slowly. No one ever came at that hour. I opened the door. The hallway was empty, bathed in pale artificial light. No footsteps, no movement, nothing. Just the wind, I whispered, even though I knew there was no wind indoors. I closed the door, returned to the living room, sat down again. The silence returned, thicker now. A few minutes passed, then came another sound. This time, it did not come from the door. It came from the window. I crossed the room carefully, pulled the curtain aside. There, on the outer ledge, was the raven, larger than I expected, darker than the night behind it. Its feathers seemed to absorb the light. Its eyes reflected the city with an unsettling clarity. It did not move. I opened the window. The raven entered, slowly, deliberately. It flew across the room and landed on a decorative bust on the shelf, an object left behind from another life, another apartment. The bird settled there as if it belonged, as if it had always been waiting. I laughed, nervously. "So," I said aloud, forcing calm into my voice, "a visitor." The raven tilted its head and spoke, "Nevermore." The word did not echo. It did not rise in volume. It simply existed, final. I stepped back. "You speak," I said, immediately ashamed of the sentence. "Nevermore." The answer did not change. I told myself this was exhaustion, lack of sleep, a tired mind inventing voices. I had been awake too long, thinking too much, remembering too much. I sat down on the sofa. "Very well," I said. "Let us pretend. You will leave by morning." The raven watched me. "Nevermore." My throat tightened. I began to speak again, not to the raven, through it, about sleepless nights, about unanswered messages, about moments replayed endlessly once the world had gone quiet. "Is there rest," I asked softly, "for those who have lost what they loved?" "Nevermore." The word grew heavier. It was no longer an answer. It was a verdict. I stood up and paced the room. The walls felt closer now, the ceiling lower. Outside, the city dissolved into shadow and blur. "Then tell me," I said, my voice unsteady, "is there forgetting? Is there return? Is there reunion? Somewhere beyond this night?" The raven did not move. Nevermore. Something broke then, not loudly, not violently, completely. I understood that the word did not come from the bird. It came from me. The raven's shadow stretched along the wall, long, distorted. I closed the curtain. The shadow remained. I sank back onto the sofa, exhausted. The raven stayed where it was, silent now, a sentinel. When the first pale light of morning touched the distant buildings, I saw that it had not left, and I understood. It would not. Not the raven, not the memory, not the voice. It would remain, perched above my thoughts, repeating, forever, nevermore.